morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick. My name is Callie Say and I'm here at Transwest in horse trailer sales. For those of you that aren't familiar with us, we're right off I-25. We've got a huge selection of inventory, stock trailers, bumper pulls, goosenecks, and lots of living quarters. So what you don't see a lot, because they don't usually make it to our website, is these custom order trailers. So the great thing about Cimarrons and Logans is they're both custom built trailers. So if we don't have something that exactly fits the type of trailer that you're looking to buy, we can build it. You just need to wait about 10 to 12 weeks for using trailers and about 5 months for living quarters. So this trailer right here is a custom built trailer. It was a long process of lots of revisions, changes in drawings, going back and forth with the customer to make sure that they had a product that they would really benefit from and they would use for a lot of years to come. So when this gentleman came onto the lot, he has some really huge imported horses that he uses for show jumping. So he needed something that was maybe not quite what we typically have here. We have some pretty big trailers, but the size of horses he was wanting to haul kind of brought us to this trailer right here. So he had a couple things that were really important to him, and almost all of them were in the horse area. So this trailer is not necessarily built for the creature comforts for the human. There are a few little upgrades that he did on this one to make it a little easier on him and his family, but most of what you see he built with the horse in mind. So let's go ahead and start this tour and kind of show you what he's done. So first off, one thing you'll notice is this is a really big trailer. This trailer is 8 feet 1 inches tall and 8 feet wide. So he didn't want a straight load trailer. He's always liked the slant loads. So he wanted to make it big enough that his horses were really comfortable loading at a slant. So to compensate for that, we went really tall and really wide on this one. We had the hauler haul it from Oklahoma, and he said it pulled great. Even with a little bit of a crosswind, he said it was a wonderful pulling trailer. And there's a couple things that went into that. So we talked about creature comforts for the humans. This is one of the few things he did for those having to hook up, is a electric over hydraulic jack. Just makes it so much easier. This trailer isn't that heavy. It's only 5,820 pounds empty. But once you load it with a bunch of really big warm bloods, having to crank it up and down is not something you're gonna wanna do. Saves a lot of time, and it's just a lot easier. So for the hydraulic jack, we've also got the onboard battery with the battery disconnect. This is just a really great idea if you are at a show and somebody walks by your trailer and flips on your lights. You don't want to have to use your little handle here to have to crank your jack up and down. You want to be able to make sure there's power for your trailer when you go to hook up. So a nice little battery box. It's got a lock on it, so if you need to store some stuff in there, you can. One of the big improvements to this trailer is he actually put air ride on this trailer. So it's got two 7,000 pound Dexter Airflex axles. That air ride system, he's going to be hauling horses all over the country. So by having this air ride system, it's going to make sure that the trailer holds up a lot longer. His horses, they're athletes, so he wants to make sure that they have the most comfortable ride possible going to and from all these shows. So air ride, we've done a lot of videos on our air ride systems. We can kind of go over the benefits of some of those through some of the videos. If you guys have any questions, like I said, we've done quite a few videos on those. All right, so we've got the spare tire mounted up front. Like I said, he didn't go crazy on the human parts of this trailer. He did a 4-foot front tack, and he recessed this saddle post with the blanket bars so that if he does need to throw some show boxes or some trunks up in here, he can take these out, make a little bit more room. And these are adjustable, so if he needed to take the blanket bars up and just move these up to get some storage underneath, that's something that's really easy to accomplish. He had this entire partition wall carpeted. As you'll notice, not a whole lot of bridle hooks on this one. He has the ability to add more on in the future if he needs to. He's also got a broom closet on this trailer with some bridle hooks, so he kind of figured this would be okay for now. Big boot box that stretches all the way across. You're gonna get a lot of storage in this one. Really, really great. And if you ever did want to throw a mattress or something up there to hang out in during a show, both of these windows do open. You can get a nice cross breeze going, and nobody's going to hit their head on this trailer. I couldn't even come close to touching the ceiling there. Clothes bar up in the nose so you can keep his show shirts nice and clean, get them out of the car. Little brush box on the door. It's just a nice place to stash your grab and go items.
Wider door, right?
It's a 42-inch door. So on most of our Cimarrons here, we'll do the 42-inch door. It looks super huge just because this trailer is so big. One of the things that I suggested he add on is, since we're 8 foot wide, you don't have any running board here. The rocker panel goes all the way down, so having a step that folds up is just a really nice thing to have, especially with the air ride. It picks up the trailer a little bit, so if you're aired up and you have to jump in here and grab something, having this step is kind of a necessary little item there. All right, so as we work our way down, he did just bus windows on the hip side, and he can tie out here if he needs to. Like I said, this is aired up right now, so if we were to drop the air out of the airbags, it would lower down. We recommend that a lot of people load their horses with the air ride lowered down. Just makes it less of a big step for them to get in and out, but it kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like when it's aired up. This extruded aluminum side not only adds quite a bit of strength, but it also makes it so that if you've got horses tied here and they're messing around, they're not going to be able to do much damage to the side of this. So really good looking trailer. So on the rear here, we did a single door, and the nice thing about this is he can clip it back. It's got some big horses. They get a nice clean runway to load in and out of. If you'll notice, the wall kind of stops over here. He was able to do a broom closet on this because he also wanted mangers, so it's just a really nice transition from the mangers to the broom closet in the back of the trailer. So we've got the butt strap here. This is just so that if he opens that door, that last horse doesn't start trying to unload himself. All right. So he did decide to go with the partial dividers with the padding. He wanted them to be comfortable. If you'll notice, these are a lot bigger stalls than you'll see on most of our standard slants. Like I said, big horses, big stalls. So as opposed to like the 39 inches that you'll usually see between these, he's actually added an additional 3 inches for the 42-inch wide stalls. So that'll make his horses a little bit more comfortable. The padding will give them a little bit more room to kind of hang in there. And since these dividers are spring-loaded, we made sure that there was just enough room that this last divider, he didn't have to telescope it or anything like that. No real moving parts. Everything's very simple and clean. And you're still able to close this door if you wanted to run with these back for a minute. So your wheel wells are inside. Cimarron does a really great job of making sure that the horse area is extremely horse safe. So you'll notice it's got nice tapered edge. The kick mats are reinforced with a mesh behind them. So if you've got a horse that likes to paw and kick, they're not just going to be able to tear that right off the wall. So like I said, lots and lots of headroom in this. A horse isn't going to put his head up and bonk his head unless he tries really, really hard. This first stall, it kind of goes all the way over, so if he's got somebody that just wants a little bit more room, he can put a feed bag right there, and it can make him feel a little bit bigger. These feed bunks right here are 18 inches deep. So he didn't want to have to deal with a lot of hay bags going down the road, and he also really appreciates the storage underneath. Everything in here comes standard as far as the insulated FiberTech roof, so that Cimarron is known for. They live in Colorado, so having something that's a little more dent resistant was important, but they're also hauling all over the country. So places like Arizona, Texas, California, it gets really hot there. So this will keep his horses quite a bit cooler. They're not going to have to worry quite so much about the temperature swings. So like I said, very comfortable for their horses going down the road. They're going to be able to get to a show a little bit later than everybody else with the air ride. Their horses are going to be rested and ready for a competition. So as I mentioned, those mangers kind of give us a nice little leeway into a broom closet. So he's got more bridle hooks back here. Great place to hang some halters, carpeting behind it, so that if they're swinging back and forth going down the road, you're not gonna get those ugly aluminum marks on it. Everything's got OptiBrite lights on it, so they're LEDs. They throw off a lot more light. If you're tacking up at night or loading at night, it's going to be a lot easier for you to see kind of everything that's going on. Big drop-down windows that Cimarron standard. And I've got the drop-downs on most of them, but I figured I'd show you guys. These mangers go all the way back, so you've got tons of storage back there, and there's little lights on each of them, so you can easily see what you're doing at night. I like having this really, really big door. If you ever needed to throw an extra spare tire or anything like that, this is a great place to do it. All right, you've got your front escape door. If you ever need to go in and out through that, if you don't have a horse there, it's kind of a nice thing to have. Like I said, just the massiveness of this trailer is something to be appreciated. I'm sure he's going to really, really enjoy having it. But like I said, there are so many things on this trailer that we did that is not typical on the horse trailers you see on the lot. So if there is something that you're looking for that is maybe not quite what we have in stock, it's something that we can sit down, we can take out some pen and paper, and we can sketch it out for you, and then Cimarron can turn us around a quote, and we can get this trailer exactly how you want it. We do a lot of custom built trailers here. There's some really cool things you can do. I know CJ's done a couple videos on some of the custom bumper pulls we've done. It's one of our favorite things to do too, because we like kind of seeing what customers are really wanting to get out of it. It gives us a great idea of maybe something that we should carry on our inventory. Sometimes, I mean, customers are our best critics, so something that they're building in their trailer might become something that you see on the lot going forward. So if you guys have any questions on this trailer, if you've got some big horses and you want something like the one that's built here today, you can reach out to me. My name is Callie Say. My phone number is 970-309-6368. If just the idea of a custom trailer is something that really is inspired to you, then give us a call and we can see what we can put together for you. So we appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you next time.